is the most amazing marketing rebel club out there because have 1 hour with me every month. Amazing price of, are you ready? 390 dirhams a month. Hello. What is up, everybody? Oh my gosh, I am so excited to be here. It is our third webinar of this week, Wednesday. Oh my gosh, who is here? And I am so excited that today was a very peaceful beginning to this podcast because yesterday was really dramatic. My slides weren't uploading. There was like a bang explosion before, but I'm really happy that I actually got here on time, no rushing. How is everybody and who is here? Let me see who is here on the comments. When you guys write on the comments, it's so important to me because it makes me feel less alone and that you are here with me. So make sure that you are typing your name because your YouTube channel name might not be the name that I might know you. So who is here? Corey, Marilyn never left. Oh, I'm feeling the love. Who else is here? Peggy. Peggy, all the way in New York. How is the snow blizzard in New York right now? Gee, I've seen the videos, I've seen the photos. It is looking, are you guys still under all of that snow? Tell me everything. Tell us everything. What's the temperature right now? Yeah, the world is just so upside down. Manahil, you are here. I want to know, how did your group check-in went yesterday? Was it really wholesome and yummy? Type in the comments for me because that's how I really see that you are there, and this is a two-way thing. Louise is here. Oh my gosh, shout out to Louise. She made it to live class. I know that you're not a fan of online learning, and especially now with schools are now temporarily closed, so kids are having to do distance learning. So I know the parents are just like, "Rah!" So really appreciate you. Louise is here. Also shout out because she is a client. We've got Fari here. Oh, I've got my Rebel OGs here. Who else is here? Peggy, we are still in meltdown. So it started to melt, the snow. My gosh. We've got New York in the house. We have UAE in the house. I've put some glitter on. I think the world right now is needing some glitter. Omar, shout out to Omar. Omar is a recent rebel. So shout out to all the recent new rebels that have joined. Since Saturday, I've gotten almost 1,000 new followers. Isn't that crazy? So that's like really exciting to have all these new rebels. Make sure that you are sharing your intro here in the comments. Share who you are, what you do, share some links, make friends, make connections, right? Story Quest, it was so wonderful, super emotional. So many people shared. Hatim from your Rebel group joined, and he was so nice. Yes, Hatim is amazing. He's a dear client. We all shared our feelings, and a couple of therapists were also there to share. That is so amazing. Creating space for people to just be and share, it's such an important initiative that brands can do. Shout out to Michael, our amazing photographer in the house. I did post a video just a few days ago, actually on the topic of what brands could be posting on social media right now. There was a little brief segment on the radio on Dubai Eye where I also shared. And one of the things that I did talk about on what can brands share right now on their content, and I making space for community is definitely a big one. You have to be, be very sensitive to your audience right now. And of course, every brand is going to have a different diversity of audience, but your brand tone right now needs to be very aware of the current state of how your audience is feeling. So make sure that you're not coming across tone deaf, and that people are a little bit more nervous, people are more sensitive, our nervous systems are a little bit dysregulated, and I think we are trying to strike a fine balance between having a sense of normality, because that's also healthy and important, that we just completely now, alienate any sort of normalcy and routine. But our lives have definitely been disrupted. So if you know that people are going through all of these emotions, you want to think about content that could be soothing, content that can be about wellness and well-being. You could also think about entertainment content, because we know when people are stressed, we want a relief. We want to be like, something that's going to make us giggle and laugh, and also create space. How can you create space for people to come together online? So really think about what service your content is putting out there, and make sure that you are telling people if your brand is operating, if you're still taking orders, if at what capacity your business is running. Make sure that you are sharing that, so people know. This is also a really good time for brand founders to come forward. Remember, we want to see the human side of brands right now. So you as a founder, either doing videos or writing letters, like writing carousels, that is really, really important at this time. You can share behind the scenes of what's going on with the brand, what's going on with the products, with the orders. So all of the good stuff that you want to be thinking about. I think one question that's popping up a lot is, should brands be selling right now? Should there be offers and promotions? And Peggy's here, she's in the US. Obviously this is a little bit more for the region here. I would definitely tread very carefully when it comes to heavy offers and heavy promotions, because it really might come across that you care more about money and selling than creating other types of content. It's not to say that consumers are not purchasing, but heavy offers and promotions could come across a little bit tone deaf. So you just got to be really careful and ask yourself, can this wait a few days? Right? And what I really urge a lot of you guys to think, what are initiatives that your brand can do, coming from a place of giving, coming from a place of solidarity, so yeah, that's a little side note on what brands could be doing and maybe not be doing. And if you are a content creator, an influencer, I know there's like this huge rush to, how can I leverage the situation? Because that's a lot what content creators think. But be very careful. This is really not the time to be gaining more likes and more followers. This is not the time to be thinking, how can I get more likes off of this? Think about, how is that piece of content impacting people? What service is doing for my audience? So yeah, really urge you to think about that. And how was your day today, guys? Are we on day 4? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We are on day 5 since all of this has begun. And I don't know over on your side, but here, and Fari, we're neighbors, so let me know if I'm wrong, but I've not heard any explosions, bangs. I've not heard anything today. I don't know, Fari, has there been anything? Maybe I missed it, but I didn't. Is your mic working tonight? It is. It really is. It really should be. It is. Hold on. Let me double check, but I've triple checked everything. Yeah. It is. And it was here. So yes, I believe it is. Okay, let me see comments tonight. How are you guys feeling on day 5? Is your nervous system's a little bit more relaxed? Are you having a little bit more of a routine? No bangs. Okay, so no bangs here on the JBR side. So that's really, really, really cool. Let me see here some of your comments. Okay. Peggy teaches cryptocurrency. Yes, she does. And she sells a lot on Whatnot. So guys, definitely follow Peggy. She's like super active on Web 3.0. Louise, I'm sick of home learning with my kids, but I don't mind online learning with Alex. Oh, yay. Also, just a super reminder that, you know, the sessions are super interactive. So if you are going to have questions throughout today's session on Instagram, or any question that you have on marketing, growing your business, you know that you can ask. Let me just see if I am 3. Oh, you guys are so good. You guys are answering. You guys are so amazing. You are answering on how you are feeling on our scale of 1 to 5. So if you were not around for yesterday's class, I'm checking in with everybody how we're all feeling from 1 to 5. 5 being your absolutely best. Also, I realized that I used the word F a lot on last night's class, and I'm trying to not use the word F a lot so that Apple and Spotify don't downgrade my content. So I'm being more mindful of not saying fuck too much today. So on 1 to 5, how you are feeling. 5 being your absolute most amazing freaking self. Okay, so we've got Fari is on 3. Okay, we got to get Fari up to 4. We got to get Fari up to 4. So nice to see soiree babies here. Yes, there's some soiree rebels here. Yes. Just going through your comments to see if I've not missed. Oh, here we go. So Omar is at a 5. Well, whatever Omar is doing, I think, Omar, we need some of what you are having. So please share whatever it is that you are doing with the peeps that need more. Okay, Mana Hill is at a 3. Okay. Mana Hill is at a 3. Corey, no, you cannot go to sleep. No. You got to stick around for class. Michael is at a 4. Katrina! Oh my God, so good to see you here. Kat, welcome. If you are just joining, share a little intro about who you are so everybody can know who you are. So I have 4s. I have a lot of 4s. Mana Hill, better than the last 5 days for sure. Hopeful for the least. Yeah, I think I'm also gradually feeling a little better. Omar, 60% less rockets and drones. Omar can give us all the amazing stats on this situation. So Omar, feel free to sprinkle the comments with some of your amazing insights that you have with your amazing knowledge. Omar is a, okay, I'm going to do, I want to make sure I'm getting this right. You are an aircraft engineer, helicopter engineer. I don't have your bio right in front of me, so I might be saying this wrong. Cats in same, chilled. Okay, cool. Amazing. Mana Hill, Omar, please share tips. No, Corey. Corey, you cannot leave us. All right. Shall we start class? It's 9:15. So my goal is to be on time. Tonight's class is super exciting. So here we go. Tonight is what is going on with Instagram. Some of the latest things. I'm gonna keep it really fun tonight, and I'm gonna keep it light. Well, yesterday was really good. Yesterday was an amazing class. We did how to kill your camera fear. So if you've missed it, and if you've missed Mondays, which is how to get your brand on ChatGPT, they are going to be up shortly in a few days on my Rebel Academy and also on the audio version. So next week, we've got 3 more classes. Next Monday, luxury marketing. If you are a luxury brand or you've got clients that are luxury brands, how can you do marketing if you are high end and if you're a luxury brand? On Tuesday is going to be so fun. It's me and my mom, how to get your shit together financially. I'm so excited for that one. And the new era of e-commerce. So that's next week. So I'm really excited for next week. So shall we get started? So tonight's class is all of some of the latest. What are some of the latest new things that we need to get the latest scoop on Instagram? So let's dive right in. Also, I forgot to say that I hope you know that, or if you haven't yet, on my YouTube channel, you can turn the bell on for all of the next classes. So make sure that you are to YouTube, my YouTube channel where you are now, and you can go to the live tabs and you can turn the bell on. Isn't that exciting? So then you get the alert that the class is going to start. So do that. Oh, Manahil can't wait for that to go. Mom, I know. I think we're going to completely derail the class because I think it's just going to be so fun. So, all right, let's go. Let's get started. Instagram, what is going on? What's happening? This platform has an identity crisis. So many functionalities, so many new little things going on. So let's get started just by kind of going over a little bit of what's the freaking latest with the algorithm. What is going on? I'm gonna move my mug because I'm clumsy. So what is happening with the algorithm? It is important to know that there is not one size fits all in terms of how Instagram is reading this algorithm. There is not this one formula. They actually have different algorithms for different places of Instagram. So for example, in the feed where you are scrolling, there's actually 5 interactions that they are looking. So what content goes into your feed is based on 5 types of interaction, and that is the time you might spend on a piece of content. Sometimes you might get a little bit spooked because you're like, why am I now being shown this type of content? I might not have liked or commented or followed, but did you actually know that the time you spend watching a video or viewing an image or a carousel, do you know that's trackable? And they see if you're spending a long period of time on a piece of content, that's something that can be tracked. And that's another signal that they pick up. It's just like stalkerish. What is this? Saucery. So the time that you spend on content, if you are going to comment on it, if you're going to like it, if you're going to share it, and if you and this is quite recent and new, if you actually then end up tapping on the profile photo. That's a very recent one. And that's huge, right? Because I've seen a piece of content and then am I curious about this person? Am I going to go tap the profile photo because I'm going to go see their profile, which is why it's so important that your Instagram bios really clearly say what you do and that you have a very, very clear call to action on your Instagram bio. Either is, do you have a first time offer for your product? Either is you're a coach, how people can book with you. Do you have a freebie? So when was the last time you updated your IG bio? Please go and take a look, because if people do this action of then go and checking out your Instagram bio, that's great. Then we got to make sure that we are giving all of the right information there. Okay. So let me just make this bigger here. Hold on. So the more likely you are to take an action and the more heavily that action is. So this is just some behind the scenes fun facts for you. In case you didn't know, learned this recently, different actions have different weights as the algorithms are built. So obviously likes and shares and comments, they will have like a medium level weight, but then DMing and deeper and sharing, those are like deeper interactions. They have a heavier weight. So that's why for us, we are always wanting to create content and thinking about content that's going to spark more shareability. Like, I'm going to share this to my friend because my friend really has to see it, right? Or I'm going to start a conversation, or I'm going to send a DM. Those interactions with the algorithms have a heavier weight, and that really signals that people really like your content. They're going to keep showing your content more. Now, when it comes to, hold on a second. So, Instagram. Okay, my title is messed up. So then it's Instagram stories. That is weird. I could have sworn I wrote Instagram stories. So this is for Instagram stories now. When it comes to Instagram stories, there's also an algorithm for Instagram stories. So there's an algorithm for your feed, for your stories, and for reels. It's not one algorithm, one size fits all. Fun fact. So Instagram stories are not really the place where people will discover you. So for a lot of you that are posting more heavily on stories and you are neglecting posting on your grid, that is very likely why you're not growing on followers. Remember that when you are posting reels and carousels, those are the types of content that Instagram is going to put on the explore page, and it's going to reach more new people. So by posting a lot more frequently every day on your reels and on carousels, that's what's going to increase your followership number. So if you are posting a lot more on stories, because we know creating grid content has more work and your followers are not growing, this is why. But with Instagram stories, I always say it's always an amazing place where people can connect more with your brand behind the scenes, making ofs. That's where you can get a deeper, more meaningful relationship with the brand, right? But they do have an algorithm, and it is important for us to know. We need to know these signals, because once we know these signals, then we can understand how to make our content better, right? So viewing history and engagement history. So engagement history is the algorithm is going to look at the history of how much are people interacting with you on the stories, which means what type of content are you putting on your stories that sparks engagement? Are you asking questions? Are you putting out content that sparks engagement? Louise, shout out to Louise, she's my client. Louise, you just sent me a picture today that you posted a photo of, what was it? Cadbury's Easter egg with the biscuit flavor, I think it was, and it was really expensive, right? And you put it on your stories, and you were just like, I think you were just like making fun of how expensive that was, right? And she screenshot it and messaged me, and she was like, I can't believe I post this and I get a huge amount of views. But what that shows, Louise, is that type of content gets people talking and gets people to be like, oh my God, that's crazy. That's so expensive for an Easter egg. So was it an Easter egg? I think it was. So always think about when your Instagram stories, if you're creating content that's going to have an engagement pull, an engagement hook. Either it's you showing up, or if you have beautiful graphics, do you use the poll? Do you use the question sticker? We also, by the way, now they've definitely been rolling out captions, so you can easily put captions on your vlogs, which means people don't have to turn the sound on to keep watching your video. So that should also increase retaining people. So don't just put static content on your stories that doesn't have any engagement hooks. Can't wait for that. Go, Mom. If you've got questions along the way, guys, text me, write me. It's always so good to see your comments, so I know you're there. Okay, then for reels. Okay, now with reels. So Instagram is really looking at what reels people have liked, saved, reshare, and most importantly, commented on and engaged with. So nothing here has changed really. But also, it's looking at the user's interaction history with you. So this is a bit of a newish thing where Instagram is really now looking at your history as well. If people have, so they may not follow you, but they could have interacted with you quite a bit, maybe because they're stalking you. Or they're hating on you. I don't know, but they're not following you, but they've interacted with you. They will push your content to that person, right? And that's why sometimes you might be like, why am I getting like content from this a lot from this person? I don't even follow them. Louise, Biscoff, is that how you say it? I never really know how to say Biscoff Easter egg for 25 pounds. I'm so bad. What's 25 pounds in dirhams? I don't know. Silly expensive price. It really is. So you want to optimize your Instagram content at the start. So your reels, this is not a content session, but I've talked about this so much in previous content sessions. And if you're my client, you know this, the first 3 seconds of your videos are so important because that's when people can stop and watch. And we now know that that's a metric they look for. And then will they engage, like, comment, and share? What entices your Instagram followers to share your reel with someone they care about? And by the way, I actually forgot to mention all of this that I am sharing with you on the algorithm. This is not Alex that is like coming up with this. This is coming straight from Adam Mosseri. Adam Mosseri is the head of Instagram. And if you want to be a geek about Instagram, definitely follow Adam Mosseri because he puts so many videos out. He puts so much tips and he's always explaining about the algorithm. So if you are a marketeer or a geek, definitely follow him or not, and I'll just fill you in. So they are very much focusing right now on what can be shared, what can be sent via DMs. They are really looking into that, right? So you want to think about writing on your captions, share with a friend who's also, I don't know, depressed. Think about if your content is relatable. Is it going to be helpful? Is it going to be funny? Is it going to be thought-provoking? You really need to be focusing on and thinking about all of these things when you're making your content. Does IG audio impact the reach on Reels? Yes, and I'm going to get to that in a second. 100%. Music is huge because they are also pushing content via music. So if there is a trending audio and you're using that trending audio, it does increase the chances of your content being pushed into the explore page. I'm loving the questions. Bombard me with questions. Maybe not the best words to use, but we gotta laugh so we don't cry. 125 dirhams? What is inside that Easter egg? What is it? Can I get a boyfriend inside that Easter egg? Am I gonna get a chocolate man inside the Easter egg? What? What do you think about the algorithm in Dubai? The algorithm in Dubai, there's no algorithm in Dubai. There's the algorithm of Instagram. So Instagram doesn't skew algorithms based on region. So that's something that's never been mentioned or talked about. So everything I'm saying here, you're looking at per user for you and your actions. And it's not per region. When it comes to paid media, that's a whole different conversation. And there's definitely more differences in this region of UAE when we are doing paid media for sure. So that's a very interesting question. So no, it doesn't make a difference, Arena. Oh, and my mom is here. That is a cheap boyfriend. You're funny, Manahil. Okay, next thing that I want to talk about is that did you know that now your Instagram content can start showing up on Google search? That's so cool, right? Which is also why hashtags have been pretty much killed. But public content from professional accounts actually now are starting to show up directly on Google search results. This is really, really, really cool. And that can be reels, it could be carousels, could be posts, could be videos. So if you have a professional account, but by the way, don't now go rush and change your creator account to a professional account. I wouldn't like do that because they're probably going to be rolling this out to other types of accounts like a creator account. But this just now shows you the shift that Instagram is having, that it's more driven by keywords. It's rich keyword formatting now that really matters on Instagram. So that means that your captions, you got to pour a whole lot of love into your captions. Because now that is how Instagram is pushing content. It's looking at SEO, keywords, and they're not really much using hashtags for pushing content. So that means that when you are writing your captions on Instagram, the best advice is that make sure that you are going to use always 5 to 6 consistent keywords. So for example, in my case could be entrepreneurship, small business, marketing, social media. So think about what could be consistent keywords that you are always wanting to weave in there in your captions. The more text heavy your captions are, actually, the better. So there you go. So if you've been writing very minimal captions right now, it's time to change the game. Adam Mosseri has also been telling us since last year till now that views count is really, 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 really like what they are paying attention for, and not really any more follower count. This is for the Instagram algorithm. This is not the overall how the world judges your Instagram presence. We know that followers still play an important role. But views and getting views on your carousels and on your reels, that number of views really is the biggest metric that Instagram is really pushing right now. So very soon, I'm going to start sharing my phone. So by the way, just before I start getting into sharing my phone, make sure that you guys have updated the latest Instagram version on your phones, because I'm going to show you a bunch of stuff. And maybe you're going to start saying, I don't have that, Alex. I don't see that. So just make sure that you've got the latest version installed on your phones, because we're going to go through a lot of fun stuff and you guys can do it at the same time with me so that you guys can see it. Manahil, yes, I actually find creators through Google based keywords, tried and tested. That's really amazing. That's so, so, so cool. All right. One thing that I want to talk to you about is trial reels. So if you are familiar with paid media, I do a lot of paid media for over the past like almost 20 years. I do a lot of paid media. There is one rule that we live by, and that is A/B testing. In fact, A/B testing is something that can be applied in many marketing efforts. A/B testing is when you've got different variations of the same creative, or your creative is going to change slightly. Maybe you've got a different sound. Maybe you have a different hook. Maybe you start the video differently. So you're going to have all these styles of things that are going to be tweaked and changed. So trial reels is it's a reel that you are going to post, and it's not going to be shown to your followers. Let me say that again. It's not going to be shown to your followers. Instagram is going to go look for a new audience. So, and why is that so good? One, you can now learn if the format that you did is good, because it's now going into lots of new followers. So you can really test that hook, or maybe the way you clipped it, or maybe the way you edit it, or even if it's an interesting topic. Right? So it's really, really, really cool, because it allows you to test a format before you then bring it on into your feed. But here is a secret formula that I like to do. You can also go and look at some of your most high performing reels. Okay, I would love for a lot of you to do this one, okay? Look at what has been some of your most performing reels on your Instagram. And now you are going to repost it, and you're going to post it as a trial reel. Because now you are like, okay, so let's say my skincare routine reel was really, it performed really well for my followers. And you know that on the analytics, you can see that. You can see who discovered your reel between followers and non-followers. So now that skincare routine video that you did did really well for your followers, right? Now you are going to find out, I'm wondering if now this video is going to perform really well for non-followers. So this is an amazing way to actually go about your trial reels. So then you're going to turn it into a trial reel, and then you're going to measure how it performs with non-followers. So then if it resonates, again, that's a format that you can really keep. And that's like strategy gold. Gold. This is gold. This is gold. Okay. One last thing before I think I'm going to start sharing my phone with you guys is this is super new, and I've got the screenshot here because I didn't have it today. So this is very fresh. If you guys noticed that on Instagram stories, we can now see the number of reshares. We definitely didn't have that. So that is so cool. I noticed this literally just a couple of days ago when I was looking at my stories, and I was like, wait a minute, now it's telling me the numbers of reshares. Oh, and we know that people take screenshots, we know that people share, and I am still manifesting that Instagram is going to bring on the metric of screen shares, because wouldn't we just love that? Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to I need a whole lot of phones for today's class. Okay, now is the time that I want to ask you for something. I would love to ask you guys as this is a class on Instagram, I would love to, let me see if I can do this. How do I share my other window? I would love to ask you for something. I would love to ask if you guys can follow. I have a new page, and this new page, it is, let me see if I can just plug it on here. My new page is my new secret project. And it would just mean the world to me if you guys would follow it. I know that you don't know what it is yet, and I'm not going to tell you yet, but I will tell you soon. So as we are doing a class on Instagram, I would love to ask you, click follow on Instant Alex, and soon you will all know what it is. But it would mean the world to me if you guys would follow the page, so I can start building up followers on this Instagram page before we launch and before we take off. It's Instant Alex. It's also on my Instagram bio. So that would just like mean the world to me if you guys could give a follow to this. And very soon, in a few months, you'll be sure to know what it is. So, and it is something that's for you, it's for me, it's for us. And I'll stop there. Okay, now I've got so many things to manipulate right now. Fari already following. Oh, Michael, thank you. Following Omar, thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to share my phone with you guys now so that we can look at stuff together. And I want to show you stuff on the phone. I don't want to just show screenshots. So hold on a second. I need something. Wait, just my peanut butter. I just need something to like maybe hold my phone so I can see what's going on here. Okay, so you guys just give me a second and then let me know if my phone is going to show up, okay? Here we go. Okay, so my phone should be showing up in just in a few seconds. Hold on. So whilst I'm doing this, guys, just double check that you've got your latest version of Instagram on your account. And again, maybe some of the things that I'm going to show you may not be like absolutely on point. I don't know. Sometimes you may not see all the things, but okay, cool. That's working there. And now remove that. And now, hold on. Just gonna plug my phone. So my phone should pop up in just a second. Okay. Hold on. Here we go. Do you guys see my phone? I think you do. And you are also seeing the backstage of where I am. Let me know if you... Neon Star is here. Oh my gosh, Holly. This has been a while. Do you guys see my phone? Okay, well, there's my mom and I. Can I get some yeses? I need to know because there's a lot of stuff going on. So I just got to make sure that I've got it all working. Do you see my phone on your screen? Is that a yes? Let me know. Yeah? Okay, amazing, Omar. Okay, so let's get started. You guys can see my phone well? Well, welcome to my phone world. Can you see Instant Alex there at the top? Doesn't she look so pretty? She looks so pretty right there at the top. Okay, amazing. Oh, I was almost going to tap Instant Alex, but no, we're going to go to Instagram. All right. So one of the first things that I want to show you inside Instagram is that when it comes to your reels, did you guys know that now you can find out at what stage people liked your reel? So let's, for example, pick this reel. And I'm going to go to View Insights. And now you can actually see at what point people liked. Look at that. This graph. And when you tap on it, do you see me tapping? Well, you don't actually see me. Okay, I'm tapping at the peaks. This is very recent, and this is really freaking cool because this gives you indications at what stages people decided to click like. And that is great because when you're thinking about creating your next pieces of content, you kind of now know, oh, when I put that GIF, oh, when I put that sticker, oh, when I said that, or when I did that type of editing. So this is like a super new geeky analytic. Isn't this so cool? Let me know if this is new to you because I always like to know. And this is amazing to understand. And also, isn't this, I mean, look, I'm a stalker. I want to know everything. And we need to know everything because the closer we are to the behavior of people, the more we can make our content better, right? So I am loving this. This is like stalker gold. Manahil is saying yes. These are all the yeses. You can see my screen. Okay. Now, similar to this, is a new analytic on Reels. And guys, I'm sorry, on carousels. And if you have not been doing a lot of carousels, I really want to urge you to do more carousels. Adam Mosseri keeps posting about this. Instagram is loving carousels. Carousels that actually have multimedia, meaning they are going to be a mix of video and image. I'm not sure if this is one of them, but what I want to show you is, so they are really pushing carousels. They're really loving carousels. But what I want to show you is that you can now find out by what, and let me take a step back. Did you know that Instagram doesn't necessarily show your carousel with the first cover that you've done? No, because it's going to go and look at what stage people, at what slide people liked your carousel, and then you can find out. So here, for example, the first slide, 1.1K, is clearly the slide that struck a chord with people, that people liked it. But you can also find out what other slides in your carousel people really liked. And I would say it definitely gets more interesting if your carousel has more multimedia. Just trying to quickly see here if I can find one that has more multimedia, so that we could definitely, here, this one was, I did this so fast on the go, and it has got such good engagement. Get your shit together list, right? So I think this one has videos? No, but this has lots of different type of information. So if we were to go to the insights and we would want to know which cover struck the chord more, still the cover, the first one that you could see. Isn't this interesting? Is this new to you? Let me know. Do I look frozen? Did I freeze? Wait, why do I feel like everything has frozen? Uh-oh. No, I'm back. No, it's just my phone. Is my phone still here? No. Okay, sometimes this happens when I'm doing screen phone sharing. I think it gets a lot. I think the technology gets overwhelmed. So hold on, let me just bring the phone back. Okay, I think the phone should pop up back again. Here we go. We are back. Okay, let me put it here. You guys can see it all nicely, yeah? Okay. Do let me know. You guys are my eyes. Because if I move the phone to the right, anyway, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like mirror effect that goes on forever. Okay, the next thing that I want to show you, which is super new, and I know this is very geeky, but we have to enjoy the analytics, because the analytics is how we can analyze. Now, there is this new analytic, which is so crazy. And did you know that you can see what language people have translated your reel the most by? So let's maybe let's go to this reel, because this reel has great engagement. And now you can scroll down and look at that. Top translated languages by views. I think it's fascinating. 274 people chose to watch that video in Hindi. What? And 60 in Spanish. And 46 in Portuguese. And if you are now thinking, how the heck have they done that? Hello, have you not heard of the AI translations? Oh my God, the AI translations are everything. So now let me remove my phone from the screen and let me show you. Let me share another window so that I can show you. So in case you haven't heard, there's new AI translations that literally lip sync. It's insane. It's so good. Let me show you here. Give me a second. Let me bring it up on stage. All right, I'm going to put the sound on.
Yo dejo você para dentro da Amazon Stars, entonces ni siquiera te molestes en publicar ese libro. Te muestro cómo diseñar una portada de libro super venta.
This is insane.
आप खुद कैसे पब्लिश कर सकते हैं? हाँ, मैं आपको Amazon के अंदर ले जाता हूँ कि आप खुद कैसे पब्लिश कर सकते हैं. हम वास्तव में
Isn't this insane? Insane. This is probably one of my most favorite things that have come out recently. This actually came out in the summer, but it's crazy how a lot of people still haven't clocked it. You can have your reels translated in many languages. So that reel you just saw, we had Hindi, we had Spanish, we had Portuguese. So I'm going to show you now. Also, you're probably now thinking, where do I do that? So let me now share my phone back again. Woo! The manipulation that I need to do when I'll be a millionaire one day. We are not millionaires yet. I'm going to have someone to do all of this for me. Okay, so here we go. Get the phone back again. Okay, so, and I was actually looking at it, and you can, and they've just added a ton more of languages now. There's like a lot more languages. Okay, so you can see my phone okay, right? So where would you see this, right? Where, so when you are uploading a reel, so let's just go here and let's say I'm going to upload this reel here. And now actually it's the new update makes it even so easier. So it's right there, translate reel. So it's actually pretty automatic already. And translation settings, include lip sync. And now look at that, there's 9 languages. Bangla, Tamil, Spanish, Hindi, English, Marathi, Telugu, and Portuguese, Canada, I don't know. I think we are all waiting for Arabic, but we all know how challenging that's probably going to be. But isn't that so cool? Okay, couldn't get out of there. So you can now see what languages people are watching your content on, which I think it's amazing. And you can now have your reels lip synced to different languages. And also, let me just add one more thing that really worked well for me. When I was in Brazil in December, I did a video and I screen recorded the video with the Brazilian translation, and then I posted it and I ran it as an ad, and it helped me get a lot of new followers in Brazil. So if you find yourself in a country that you know that English is not their first language, you could apply this strategy that you're going to go and screen record the video on that language, right? So imagine you're going to travel to a Spanish speaking country because Spanish is there. And we know Spanish is 2nd or 3rd most spoken language. You got South America, you got Spain in Europe. So this is an amazing strategy that you can do. So cool, right? Okay, now a quick one, because I just want to make sure everybody knows this. We were just talking about, oh my God, go away. I know.
Oh my God, look at Susie.
This was yesterday, guys. I don't know what's wrong with my phone. We were just talking about carousels. So I want to make sure that you guys know that now you can edit inside carousels. So they have just made doing carousels even so much more easy. So if you have backgrounds, let's just click here a few. For example, when I click next, I can edit at the bottom. So now you've got editing tools inside Carousel. It's been around for a while, but I have noticed that there's a few people when I mention it, they still don't know. So when you are creating a carousel, you can already add copy straight into it, which just makes it so much easier for you to do a carousel. You have a bunch of really cool pictures or videos, but mainly pictures you can edit. And now you can write your copy really nicely straight on them. You don't even need to do any previous editing outside of it. All right, let's move on into, did you guys know that you can manipulate your own algorithm? Have you guys heard about this one? That you can do your own algorithm? Yeah, and it's so hidden. And I'm not a big fan of it. I don't know. I'm not loving it, but that's just me. I want you guys to try it. So you go to the Reels tab. The Reels tab is at the bottom. You're going to click on the Reels tab and look at here. Look at this little menu here. And when I'm clicking this little menu here, look at that. This is where you can change your algorithm. So they are doing this with AI. And look at that. This is actually so wrong. because it says that I have been into personal drive, love connections, and football matchups. This couldn't be more wrong. I am so not into football. If I show you my explore feed, you can definitely see how wrong this is. But anyway, look at yours now. Can we do that? Can you all go to yours? And I would love to know if yours is more accurate than mine. So you're going to go to the Reels. So go to Reels. Go to the Reels tab in the bottom. And then you are going to click that top menu bar. And now it will say what you've been into. Do you guys have it? Let me know. Let me know if yours is accurate, semi-accurate, or totally wrong. And then you can change it. So what do you want to see more of? So I could actually come on here and change it if I wanted. Guys, I've just realized my phone wasn't sharing and you guys didn't tell me. Why aren't you talking to me? Just realized that now. So I'm going to show you that again. You're going to go to the Reels tab, and then you're going to go to the top, and you are going to click that little menu at the top, and then it says your algorithm, and you should see it now. Yeah. So you can now change. So I could now change into relationships or motivation, or you can even add. So I urge you guys to try it and see if you actually then have a feed that is more in tune with what you've picked. But this is super, super new. Also, I want to make sure that you know that you can watch reels that have been curated for you, but at the top, there's friends. So if you actually just want to browse content from your friends, you switch the tabs at the top between friends and reels. Yeah? Was this new? Let me know. Okay, moving on to the next thing. This is very recent. This has just come out a couple of days ago, and I'm loving this new feature because it's going to help people get so much more hooked on your page. And this feature is already around with YouTube Shorts, and Instagram just takes forever to get to some things. And that is, you can link a reel to a reel. So for example, I think I can even show you here. So for example, on this video, if I tap the 3 dots, it says edit linked reel. But I'm going to show you how this works when you are starting a reel from scratch. So I'm going to go plus, I am going to go reel. Let's continue where we were. And now you should see link a reel. Can you guys tell me if you have this? Now I want to know who's paying attention. Do you have this already? I wonder. Or no? I'm feeling so hot here. I'm going to go open the window 1 second. Woo! This ring of light. Do you guys have it? Link a reel. Are you guys still with me? Hello, hello, hello. Is anybody out there? Are you guys with me? The comments are my lifeline to you. Type, tell me you're there. So link a reel is so cool. And what's cool about this is that you can actually edit that linked reel later. So you're going to go link reel, and now you're going to select the reel that you think is going to make more sense for people to watch. If you have been posting on YouTube Shorts, by the way, please definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't yet. I have YouTube Shorts going out every damn day. And on YouTube Shorts, you have this. And this is great because now if you are posting about a product, a new collection that you've just dropped, and then you want to add on a relatable reel, that's amazing. Like, so for example, on the post that I posted yesterday. I was talking about how I'm doing live classes this week, and I linked the reel that has the full agenda. So this is so cool. So you go linked reel, and then you're going to go pick the reel you want to link, and then look at that. You can write a caption, and later on you can even go and edit and change it, which I actually think that's badass, right? So this is very, very new. Do you guys have it? Who has it? Who is here with me still and hasn't like fallen asleep and got sidetracked? Okay, also, just in case you don't know, there's a rewrite AI now, Instagram. Now, when you are struggling to write your captions, oh, that's just strange because now I don't see it because Instagram just likes to be weird. But I wanted to just let you know that you can absolutely also, wait, let me put this again. Instagram is now helping you write your captions with AI. So, okay, let's try this one here. Let's just see if it pops up. So if you are, oh, here we go. So rewrite. So for many of you that struggle to write captions, you can actually have the Instagram AI assistant to rewrite it for you. And it's actually quite cool, to be honest. It's not bad at all. And it's got different themes at the bottom: rewrite, funny, engaging, casual, absurd. So this is great for a lot of you that don't like to write, or if you're lacking inspiration for your captions. And now that we know that we have to be more copy heavy, okay? Also, I want to let you know that I am very excited to see this feature that they have now absolutely stopped you having hashtags at the 4th hashtag. That's it. If I want to try now, add more hashtags, let me see. It's going to stop me. Whoo, look at that. Look at that. You can only add 5 hashtags to your caption. And I'm loving it that they're doing that because I'm tired of seeing these huge, long hashtag lists. That doesn't work anymore. So the limit is between 3 to 5. And at least on my page, they are already limiting me to 5. Fari, love this feature. Which one? Which one? The link reel? I think I need to update my IG app. Yes. So updates the IG app, and sometimes these features just take a little bit of a while to roll out. Sometimes they roll out in batches, or sometimes they do like global rollouts and then everybody has it. Fari, I've used linking reels on YouTube and can't wait to use it. Yes, exactly. I felt the same. I was so excited when this has rolled out. Okay. Let's move away from here and let's go to a different place. So want to make sure. Oh my God, Killian is my new boyfriend. I'm kind of ditching Lewis for a little bit because he's like maybe hooking up with like Kim Kardashian. And I'm just so in love with Killian. I don't know. I was so late to Peaky Blinders. So clearly my feed now is who else is a Peaky Blinders fan? Oh, I just love him. I want him to be my husband, my boyfriend. I want him to come and save me. I just love this man. And the movie is coming out. Oh my God. The movie is coming out. Okay, I just love these side notes. I just love Killian. Killian, right? I'm pronouncing it right? Because I was such an idiot the first time I said his name. I said Cillian. Look at that bone structure. I mean, look at this man. He doesn't do Botox. It's already Botox. Look at those cheeks. I mean, it's so unfair to the rest of us. Look at that. This man is going to be 80 and he's going to look so handsome. Anyway, I want to make sure that you guys know that when you are on your feed, like how I am here on my feed, that at the top, you can browse through the people that you are following, but also there is a favorite. So for example, now would be the time that you add me on your favorites. Add me to your favorites. If I'm giving you anything right now, if I'm giving you any love, any energy, any spark, add me to your favorites. So you can actually watch, you can filter how you see your content on your feed, because I know a lot of us are just scrolling, but I wanted to make sure that you know that you can swipe between favorites Gary Vee is my only favorite. Or here we go. I've got a few favorites. See the little star? See the little star? These are your favorites. Do I just have Gary? Says a lot about me. But I will be honest, I don't browse much on my mom is my favorite. Okay, there you go. And also subscriptions. So if you guys signed up to any subscriptions on Instagram, any pages, oh my God. A few weeks ago, that got activated for me. So you can actually subscribe to me on Instagram. Like, I think it's like $7. It's so cool, actually. And you can make money and you have access to exclusive content. So I wanted to make sure that you know that you can change your tabs. Peaky Blinders rocks, right, Michael? And I was so late to it. There are things in my life that I arrive so late, like my air fryer. Why have I just gotten an air fryer like 2 months ago? And my life has completely changed. Like Killian and Peaky Blinders. Why did I just got on it? I just got on it last November. That's late. That's late. All right, let's move on to other little things that are new. So other little things that are new, the notes. Instagram is loving these notes and they are pushing a lot of profiles that are using the notes. I know it's just a little thing. It's just a little thing, but I want to show you that your notes, now you can give them color, obviously your brand freaking color, right? So you can now give them colors, and so they pop up a lot more. But what is also really new is that you can actually put a GIF. You can put a GIF. You can put a GIF on your note, and that's just is going to pop up so much more. You can also, so look at that now. I want to wake up tomorrow morning and I want to see all of you guys with GIFs on your notes, because that look how cool that just looks now. That looks cool. Are you guys all doing it with me as I'm doing it? Are you with me still? Me too. Air fryer arrived just a couple of months ago. Oh my God. So we're like on the same boat. Do you want all my recipes? Oh my God. I've been sharing air fryer recipes with some of my besties. My recipes are all gut friendly because I have a really freaking sensitive gut, and they're all super healthy because, I want to lose weight. So they're healthy and they're gut friendly, and I've just been obsessing. So we can share recipes if you want. Okay. Another really cool thing about notes is that you can actually also link your Spotify. Did you know you can link your Spotify? So look at that. You can link your Spotify, share from Spotify. And you know what is a really good strategy that you can do? If you have a audio podcast, please, now this is now the time that I promote my audio podcast. So please, if you haven't yet subscribed to the Rebel Academy audio experience, now is the time I'm going to ask you to please subscribe. I am on audio anywhere you listen. Apple, Spotify, Google. Search for Alex House of Social. Let me just show you how badass it is, because I put out 3 to 4 episodes every freaking day for you. Mini episodes and long classes. Look at that. How to grow your salon businesses, how to face rejection, the worst advice you might be listening to. Look how cool. Look at the covers. Look, they look so cool. Like, why would you not want to subscribe? So please, it will mean the world to me for the business that I'm in. These things really matter. Look at that. So many episodes, 3 to 4 episodes every week are dropping. Okay. So that was on the notes. You can, and if you have an audio podcast, you can play your audio podcast and then it's going to sync here. That's badass. That's badass. But my favorite is the GIF. So let me put a GIF. This is one of my most favorite GIFs. Is that a bit insensitive right now because it's got fire? Let me know, guys, if that's a bit like, maybe don't put that GIF. Okay, let's keep on. Are you guys doing it with me? What time do I need to end the class by? Who's paying attention to the time? All right, let's move on to DMs. Did you guys know that you can organize your DMs now much better? I think a lot of you actually don't know this, and this is a lifesaver. So, just looking at my notes here, guys. So open your DMs right now. And if you go to the 3 little dots at the top, and if you click tools, I want you guys to go to wait, where is it? Where have I done this? 3 little dots, select chats. No, 3 little dots, tools. And is it message controls? Hi, where did I do this? 1 second. Oh, filters. It's on filters. So hold on. I'm inside my DMs. Wait, why am I lost now? Select chats. No. Wait, what? Oh, I'm an idiot. It's these little filters. See these little filters here next to the pills? Okay. Click those little filters. Thanks, Fari, for 10:15 and the lol after the 10:15. I see you. All right. So this is a lifesaver, okay? Because I didn't know this existed until late last year. And I was like, where have I been? So you're going to click the filters. Guys, do you see the filter next to the pills? And now folders. You can actually organize what tabs you want to have at the top. So when I saw this, I was like, this is such a game changer because I added the unread tab, right? So I'm going to remove subscribers. So now look how cool that is. You can customize these pills and you can have unread. So you can never now miss a DM. You know how we miss DMs? Well, not anymore, not after this class. Click unread and look at that. Now I could sit here and I could be catching up on all of these people that I haven't opened their DM. So I really, really, really love this one. Isn't this like a lifesaver? Okay, so now I'm going to open Corey. Corey, are you here? And I'm going to show you a really fun feature that you can have inside your DMs. Did you guys know that you can draw inside your DMs? Isn't this so fun? You can actually draw inside the DMs. And you might be wondering, why the heck do we want to do this? And why are they rolling out this? Instagram is really pushing interaction inside the DMs. They are really pushing for individual one-on-one DM time. So this is why. So knock yourselves off, guys. You can like draw inside your DMs. But also, oh no, where did Corey go? Let's go back to Corey. But I also wanted to show you that you can create AI images, which could be actually fun. So let's try and do one together, or I would love for you guys to do one. So I am going to write that I want to be a mermaid with teal, long hair, swimming in Dubai. Let's see what we are going to get. A mermaid with teal long hair swimming in Dubai. So let's see what it's gonna. Are you guys doing it too? Well, look at that. Well, look at this. She has no arms. She has no arms. She has no arms. For some reason, my mermaid has no arms. So I really urge you guys to play around with the AI images. And they have a lot. They have like all these like themes that you can play with. All right. Another thing that they've rolled out is map. And they've pretty much copied the Snapchat map, where you can now see your friends. So be very careful because see at the top, I have not sharing location. So be very careful if you accidentally are sharing your location. People will actually be able to stalk you. So these people here, we can absolutely stalk them. because they don't have their information. They have their location sharing to on. So this is very new. And if you are on Snapchat, you will be very familiar with this. This was one of the features that Snapchat had right from the get-go, that you could see your friends everywhere. So, if you want to stalk your friend, your boyfriend, your crush, I don't know, I've accidentally turned their location on. Okay, we are going to move over into the Edits app. Oh, my phone's not sharing anymore. You guys, please tell me when the phone stops sharing. Did it just go off now? You were seeing the map, yeah? I think so. Wait, Fari has done. Can I open your image, Fari? Is that okay to open it, to publicly share it? I don't know if you've created some sort of weird naked image. Can I share? Let me know, because I'm about to click open on your DM. Can I open your first AI image on IG? I'm waiting for you to write yes. Holly, obsessed with air fryer recipes. Oh, me too. Okay, maybe we need an air fryer WhatsApp group. Oh, I've been obsessing with my mini pizza. Oh my God, my cottage cheese and oats pancakes. I'm obsessed. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to open it. Oh, my first AI image on IG is for you. This is so cute. Oh, I love her. I love fairies. That is just so cute. Awesome. All right. So now we're going to move over to Edits. Do you guys all have Edits? Edits is the editing app, sister app of Instagram. And there is a bunch of stuff that I want to show you. And we are getting to the end of the class. So I really only have a couple more features to show you. And then I just want to give you some pointers on what you can do to grow your Instagram. So we're almost there, maybe 10 more minutes. Okay. So if you don't have Edits, you can download Edits, and then you will be able to see everything that I'm showing you. So there's a bunch of stuff that I want to show you on Edits that you might not even be aware that exists on this app. And the first thing is that you can, all of your saved content, I don't know about you, but I love saving content and putting them into catalogs and organizing it. So you can actually browse your saved content all here on the Edits app. So filter by, here you can see all of your saved. And now if you click plus, they've got this new thing, which is storyboards. So if you are having lots of delay on the chat, little Tinkerbell. Shout outs to Diana from Portugal. Oh, we are so international tonight. We've got New York in the house. We have Portugal in the house. We have UAE in the house. Diana, beijinho tão grande para ti. Thank you. I've just realized you can't see my phone. Thank you. You guys need to tell me, because sometimes I'm just in the middle of everything, and I get so caught up into what I'm talking that I may not always look at the screen. Okay, so we are on Edits. Let's start. I want to show you that on Edits, you can see all of your saved reels. They've got this new thing called stickies. So you're going to create storyboards, which if you want to brainstorm inside this place, you can. So let's say that you've got a new idea for air fryer video. Let's say that's your next content idea. You can write it. So you can almost like plan. It's almost like a little content planner here. I've not used it, but it could be actually really cute for you to start planning your ideas for your videos. So it could be really cute. I use the Notes app. I'm obsessed with the Notes app, but this could actually be really cute. And then you've got Reels, so you can browse through. But what I want to show you is, and then you've got a lot of audio here, but where is the thing? this is what I wanted to show you. So they actually have an inspiration tab. And this is what I think could be interesting inside this app, is that they have two tabs between inspiration and templates. So they are going to show you reels that they think could be of inspiration for your type of content. And when you like it, so let's say you are like, oh, I could see how I could, I could see how I could do something similar to this. You can already click on using audio. And then you could also click the plus and you could write, do similar video, I don't know, entrance, whatever that girl was doing. And then it actually shows you the analytics of what this video and what this trending video has. So you can actually make a really good decision if you want to tap into this trend. It's actually pretty cool. And it lets you save. And so this is actually really cool. So if sometimes you are absolutely stuck on what content to do, or you want to look for trending content, this is actually a really, really good hidden gem inside the Edits app. And I think most people don't know about this on the Edits app, and it is really cool. So you can find a lot of inspiration, you can see analytics, you can even use template. If the user has allowed you to use the reel as a template, you can already even use that. But what it's really cool is that you have another tab at the top called templates. And these are all templates that you could use. So as you are scrolling down, oh, the sound, wait. Okay. As you keep scrolling down, these are all templates. Isn't that so cool? So cool. And again, you can use that little plus, little thingy there. You can save it. So you can save it to your collection. Did you guys see my air fryer? Did you guys see my air fryer? Oh, no, I added that to the air fryer. But all of your folders of all of your collections are here, and I love it because it's so much better than Instagram. Look at my air fryer. I have so many amazing air fryer recipes here. We should have a WhatsApp group. Okay, so really wanted to show you these features inside the Edits app. I'm just thinking here. Also here, I've not used this, but if you are editing inside the Edits app and you create certain styles of fonts that you have for your videos, you could actually then save it as a style so you don't have to do it all over again. And also, yesterday's class, I was telling you about how using a teleprompter is an amazing trick. And I didn't realize that Edits has teleprompter. And so if you were watching yesterday's class, I told you to use CapCut, but actually Edits has the teleprompter here. And that's amazing. It's exactly the same as CapCut. So this is great if you were on yesterday's class. Also, inside the Edits app, you also have a really amazing rundown of your analytics. So I actually prefer to look at the analytics here because look how cool. Reels, and then it literally has all of your reels by time of you posting, and you can very quickly glance and see like all of the analytics. I absolutely love the analytics inside this app. Look, I click on it and we can see views, accounts reached, skip rate, average watch time, share rate, like rate. It's just so much more punchier and bold. I love how it, how it shows. And then we've got the classic things we know, which is the top sources of views. And it's really cool. I really, really like it. So that's what I wanted to show you on Edits. Just want to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything for you here. And obviously you can edit on Edits, but I really wouldn't advise you go and do your cutting and your clipping on CapCut or InShot, and then you can finalize on Edits. Maybe your captions, you do it on Edits. Maybe obviously the music, you do it on Edits. but the core of your editing. Okay, we're getting to the last. I just have one more, and then I have tips for you on how you can be, getting more engagement on your Instagram. So the last thing that I just wanted to remind everybody, just in case you don't know, is that you can schedule your Instagram stories. You can schedule your reels inside Instagram already. That's been going around for a long time, but just in case you didn't know, you don't need a third-party app to schedule reels and to schedule stories. So you can schedule your Instagram reel when you are editing your reel. So if we go, as you are doing your reel, you go all the way to the bottom to more options, and you are going to see schedule this reel. So in case you just didn't know that. And how can you schedule your Instagram stories? You're going to schedule your Instagram stories using the Meta Business Suite app. So you download the Meta Business Suite app. And on that Meta Business Suite app, you can then schedule stories, which is so cool. If you want to have a time off from Instagram, if you are on holiday and you really want to be completely, utterly removed. So, guys, I did slides. So there are a ton of slides with all of this stuff on for later if you want to just go through it at your own time. So, the last thing. Okay, so I just ran over like 15 more minutes on this class, but I was really good on Monday and Tuesday, I think. Or was it just Monday that I was very good with my time? So let's just go through some of the things that I want to make sure that you guys are going to do to grow more on your Instagram. So obviously posting more frequently on Instagram. Of course, nothing has changed here, guys. So don't get caught up on those videos of people saying, you don't have to post frequent to grow on Instagram. That's clickbait, because they are telling you what you want to hear, because a lot of people do want to hear, oh, I can still grow and not post. Amazing. Oh, wait, got my mug here. So yes, the more frequent you post, obviously, the more chances you have for your content to reach more people. Reaching more people, faster growth. So you need to increase your posting, remembering that you want to post reels and carousels on your grid, because content on your grid is what gets you people to discover you, and not so much on the stories. Stories is more about retention, okay? Now, looking at trends and looking at current world events and looking at pop culture and what are things that you can tap into, those things really, 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 really work. But you have to see if it makes sense for your brand. And don't just always jump on every freaking trend, because that can be like tiresome for your audience. Collaborating with other people, with other brands, and you know that you can collaborate on posts, on reels. So that means you get like even more views, because now that video is being shown on their grid. It's amazing. So the more collaborations you can do, and the more you guys can co-share those reels, amazing. And just a side note, that on YouTube, they've started rolling that out. So now on YouTube, you can have a long form video that is in collaboration with someone else. So if there's podcasters here that are listening or watching the class, and you do a lot of podcasts or you do a lot of YouTube long form video, this is great news, because now you can collaborate with YouTube videos, just like how we do with Instagram Reels, okay? What else do I have here? Make sure that you're going to keep your content varied and wide. And I shall be doing a deep dive on that on week 3 on why content pillars are dead. So if you're kind of like, what does she mean? Keep the content wide and varied. Make sure you join that class. Why are content pillars dead? And then remember that caption, lots of yummy keywords. Captions with keywords, watch time, saves, and shares are now the strongest signals. So there you have it. A quick cool, fun roundup on the latest new things that Instagram has been rolling out. In case you just were like, I don't know what's happening on Instagram anymore. Because they are ever changing and doing lots of new rollouts and things. I hope that what was the one thing that you are like, wow, I really like this update. What is your favorite update from today's class? Tell me. Woohoo! I want to know. What was your favorite update? Okay. What was I going to say? I was going to say something that I just forgot. Your favorite update. Tell me, write me in the comments. Tomorrow. Oh no, there's no class tomorrow. So there's no class Thursday and Friday. And then we are back next week for 3 more classes. So I really hope you join me. But I really want to know what was your favorite update from today? And then on week 3, we've got content pillars are dead. And wow, I'm going to love the Tuesday, the 17th, which is 15 small business tips. And I don't have yet a third class, but I might do a third class. Could be that we do an online group mentorship where I'll do instant audits. Is one of my most favorite thing to do, where I can instantly audit your channels, your social media, your websites, anything you want my eyes on. Okay, that sounded a bit weird, but so, okay, are you guys going to tell me the favorite thing you learned that you like, the favorite feature that you picked up on today? There has to be one. There has to be one. What's the one? Deanna, draw in the messages. That is a cute one. Okay, guys, gang. Oops. I went away. It has been such a joy to spend these days with you guys, to keeping my mind off what's happening in the world. I hope that you've also got your mind off what's happening in the world, and especially if you are here in Dubai. Fari, best update on linking reels. Best part of the class is your energy. Thank you. Thank you so much. That means the world. So I hope you learned something new today. I hope that you've got, now you've got like new things that you can play around with on Instagram. And I really enjoyed this week spending my evenings with you. So I cannot wait to be back next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, same time, same place. I really hope you tune in. And until then, you can come and hang out with me on Instagram. But I really hope that you stay safe out there. Please stay safe and look after yourself, your mental health, and stay in touch with friends and family. Don't isolate. And I love you guys so, so, so much. So I loved today's class, loved hanging out with you. I am boiling though. I don't know why. I think I need maybe it's time to start turning the AC on. Okay, well, I love you guys so much. Thank you for spending this time with me. I never take it for granted because you could be doing other things. You could be watching someone else's content. So it really means the world that you are here with me in my teal kitchen wonderland. So thank you, Michael. Thank you, Fari. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Manahil. Thank you, Holly. Who else? Thank you, Peggy. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Omar. Some people wrote to me yesterday saying that they were here, but they didn't say anything. So maybe, I don't know, you are here. Arina Stories. I don't know who that is. I don't know if we've ever met. Louise, shout out to Louise. I'm just going through Katrina that joined. And thank you guys, Peggy. Thank you guys so much for joining. And isn't it so cool that we're having rebels from other parts of the world? So I love you. Stay safe. Remember, rebels always rise. We got this. Ciao. I love you. See you next Monday.